Hi everyone, I'm Razia. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Please make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell to be notified of my weekly uploads, and you can also check me out on Instagram and TikTok for more content. Speaking of subscribers, I just noticed we're so close to 7,000 subscribers. That's insane. To think I only started my channel just over a year ago and we're already so close to 7,000. That's amazing. Thank you all so much for joining and for watching and continuing to support my videos week after week. It really means so much to me. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with today's video. In a lot of my videos, I'm always talking about different products and ingredients that I recommend that you guys try out for your different skin issues. But I don't think I talk enough about things that you probably don't need. And a lot of these things are really overrated and overhyped thanks to social media. So today we're going to address some of those really overrated things and talk about why you don't need them despite popular opinion. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know if you've given in to any of these overhyped things, and did it impress you or did it disappoint you? Alright, first up we have eye cream. Up until recently, I think a lot of people were under the impression that you absolutely need to use an eye cream, especially as you get older. It's something you need to include as part of your anti-aging routine. So let's talk about it. Do you need it or do you not need it? And I'd love to know your opinion as well down below. Just as an overarching statement, do you absolutely need an eye cream? No, you don't. The only skincare items you truly need are a cleanser, a moisturizer, and an SPF. I've covered that a few videos back, you can check that out, I'll link it up here for you. But as we know, depending on your skin type and your different skin issues, there are other products you might want to add into your routine. So an eye cream definitely falls under this category of extra things you can include to amp up your routine. So my opinion on eye cream, which I now have because it's the same opinion of all the dermatologists that I follow online, is that if you want an eye cream just to moisturize your eye area, you don't need a separate eye cream for this. Your face moisturizer that you're using all over your face can easily be applied around the eye area, and that'll help moisturize your eye area, and you don't need to have an eye cream anymore. But as we know, the skin around the eyes is very thin and can be more prone to irritation than the rest of your face. And if there are different things you want to target in the eye area, whether that's darkness, puffiness, or even fine lines and wrinkles around the eye area, then you might want to look for eye creams that have active ingredients in them to specifically target that area. As we know, vitamin C and retinol are quite strong actives, so you don't want to exactly put the serum you put on your face on the eye area. So it's a good idea to look for an eye cream that's been specifically formulated with retinol and vitamin C to be safe around the delicate skin around your eye. So in that instance, yes, I would say there is a need for an eye cream, but if it's just for moisturizing purposes, your face cream is more than enough to moisturize around the eye area. Personally, I have very dry eyelids, so I need to keep them nice and moisturized, and I'll just go in with my La Roche-Posay Cicaplast on the eyelids, or I'll even just go in with Vaseline, and that does the job for me. But I can definitely see in the future, in years to come, when I want to start incorporating more anti-aging into my routine, I probably will look for a vitamin C or a retinol eye cream to incorporate. But for now, my face moisturizer is definitely more than enough. So that's my opinion on eye cream. I think there is a time and a place for it, but I think it does need to have an active or some other benefit in there apart from moisturizing. And I'd love to know your opinion on eye cream in the comments down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are there any favorites you have? Let me know. Okay, another highly contested skincare step, toner. Do you need to use a toner in your routine? Back in the day, I think toners were made very poorly with like a high alcohol content and could be quite drying on the skin as well. And I think there was a lot of confusion about the actual function behind a toner. I know when I was getting into skincare when I was quite young, I thought the basic steps of a skincare routine were cleanser, toner, scrub, and moisturizer, because that's what everyone was going on about. And you needed a toner because after cleansing, you needed to restore the pH balance of your skin, and you would get a cotton pad and swipe the toner all across your face, and it would help to get rid of any additional impurities or any additional makeup you might have left on the skin. And now, fast forward all these years, knowing what I know now about skincare, if you're using a toner to get additional makeup off your skin after cleansing, it means you didn't cleanse properly. So maybe you need to revisit your cleansing step and learn to cleanse properly so that you don't have to get additional makeup off with a skincare product. If you're gonna be using a toner, it can't be to get makeup off the skin. It's not a cleanser. It's a skincare product, it's a toner. So that's the first thing. And the second thing about the whole pH balance thing, I think most cleansers these days are quite pH balanced. They're not really throwing off the pH of your skin. And I mean, who even knows anything about the pH levels of your skin? That's not something that your average consumer would be paying attention to. So I think that was just like a technical selling point that companies would use to make their toners sound fancier than they are, I suppose. Anyway, all of that aside, do you actually need to be using a toner in your routine? Straight up answer, no. Are there some good toners out there that can add benefit to your routine? 100%, definitely. Now you've got a wide range of toners. You've got hydrating toners, exfoliating toners, soothing toners. There's a toner for every skin issue. I think basically what toners are now are kind of like watered down serums. They're usually a very liquidy texture, whereas serums are generally a lot thicker and they come in a bigger bottle as well. They kind of act like a serum, except they just look a little bit different in terms of their texture, I suppose. I don't use a toner every day, but I definitely do enjoy using them, and I do have one for all of these different purposes. Don't feel the pressure to find a toner to include into your skincare routine because you're under the impression that you must have a toner to have a complete routine. That's rubbish. You just need a complete routine that will address the benefits of your skin. If a toner happens to do that for you, a hydrating, a soothing, or an exfoliating toner, that's great, but you don't need one because you just don't. So yeah, I hope that's addressed any confusion you might have had regarding toners. So for our next skincare products that we're going to talk about, I'm going to lump quite a few together and we're going to talk about skincare devices. There are so many of these on the market now, and you have people that swear up and down that it's changed their life and you need to get these skincare devices into your routine now if you want to have good skin. Not really. So first up, let's talk about jade rollers, gua sha, facial rollers of any kind, basically. Do you need these in your life? No. Are they going to dramatically change your skin? Also, no. Are they fun to use? Yes. So many of these devices come with so many claims. It's amazing, really. Jade rollers and other rolling devices are supposed to boost your collagen production, reduce your fine lines and wrinkles, help get rid of your acne. I mean, no, no, and no again. That's not going to happen just because you're rolling a stone across your face. Sorry to disappoint. At most, these things are fun to use. Yes, it can be very soothing to roll a cool stone across your face. Maybe if you do get a lot of puffiness in the morning, for example, using a cold surface like this can help to reduce that puffiness. Also, if you want to do some facial massage or lymphatic drainage, if that's something you're familiar with, then using these jade rollers can help with that. And I know a lot of these things promise to like change your face shape and all that kind of stuff as well. Again, all of this is very temporary, so that's just something to keep in mind when you're hearing these people online claim all sorts of things when it comes to the devices they use every day. Just take all of that with a grain of salt. That's all I'm going to say on jade rollers. And now we move on to the next category of skincare devices, and that's cleansing tools. So you've got your Clarisonic cleansing brush, you've got your Foreo cleansing devices, and I'm sure there are others out there that I'm not aware of. Do you need these? No. And if you choose the wrong device, you could actually do more harm than good to your skin. Clarisonic, for example, is known for being quite bad for the skin. It comes, I think they've gone out of business now anyway, so it's not really something you need to worry about. But if you do have a Clarisonic at home and you use it, maybe don't. Sorry. The Clarisonic, the way it's designed with these nylon brushes which harbor bacteria, and in terms of sanitary reasons, it's probably not the best cleansing brush to go with, purely because they really can harbor bacteria and it would be really, really hard to clean that very well each time you use it. And also the Clarisonic is very, very harsh. Way too harsh to be scrubbing that all over your face, especially if you're doing that on a daily basis. Absolutely not. Then we move on to the Foreo and those silicone cleansing brushes. If you do want to use a cleansing device, that would be the better option. These are made from silicone, which is bacteria resistant, a lot easier to clean, and they're not so aggressive in terms of how much power they give and how much movement they give to the skin when you're using them. They're quite expensive, you don't really need it, and your hands can do just as good of a job as cleansing your skin, but they can be nice to use. If you like the experience of using these different devices, and you want a cleansing brush, make sure you go for a silicone cleansing brush rather than a nylon cleansing brush. And the last category of skincare devices we're going to talk about, pore vacuums. I mean, the damage that these devices have caused to so many people, and they still go viral all the time online, and people still want to buy them and try them, and they're just so bad for you. So bad. I get it, it probably is satisfying to see all the gunk coming out of your pores, but that's not how you're supposed to clean your skin. It can do a lot of damage. Those machines are very high powered, and these devices have caused so much damage to so many people's skin, whether it's bruising the skin or permanently breaking capillaries. If you do have broken blood vessels on the surface of your skin, the only way you can fix that is by going to a dermatologist and getting a laser treatment to fix that. So it's horrible. It's horrible damage that these devices can do. You absolutely don't need them. If you need to clean your pores, get some salicylic acid, get some niacinamide, and clean them properly. You don't need a pore vacuum. That's all I'm going to say on that. Now let's move on. The next products we're going to talk about that you don't really need, face masks. Face masks are a thing that are usually associated with the experience. They're nice and pampering, and if you want to have a moment to yourself, you put a face mask on and you relax, which I totally understand. This is coming from someone that thought she needed to use at least 2 face masks a week. You do not need to be doing that. I was convinced I needed to do a sheet mask every week, an exfoliating mask every week, and a clay mask every single week. Why did I think this was something I had to do? I don't know, but I did it, and I know a lot of other people are probably under this same impression as well. For one, let's talk about sheet masks. If you think about it, sheet masks are just a piece of cotton fabric that have been soaked in what is generally a hydrating serum. So if you need some hydration in your routine, get a hydrating serum and get a good moisturizer, and that takes care of that. If you want to use a sheet mask, go for it, that's fine. I totally understand they can be really fun and relaxing to use, but if you ever feel the pressure that you must include a sheet mask in your life, don't ever put that pressure on yourself, because that's just silly. You don't need to be using sheet masks unless you want to. Same with clay masks. I have very dry skin. Why I thought I needed to use a clay mask every single week for my dry skin, I don't even understand, honestly. They can be quite beneficial for those with oily skin. They usually contain kaolin or bentonite clay, which is really good for extracting excess oil from your pores and absorbing that excess sebum on the surface of your skin. You might already be including products like niacinamide or salicylic acid in your routine, but maybe your nose can be quite oily or quite prone to blackheads or sebaceous filaments, so using a clay mask in that area might be an added benefit for you. So that's about it for this video. I've covered quite a few categories of skincare ingredients that you don't really need, despite how overhyped and overrated they might appear on social media. Take everything you see on social media with a grain of salt, unless it's coming from an expert or a dermatologist. I mean, even take my content with a grain of salt, because I'm just a content creator at the end of the day, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave me a like down below, leave me a comment down below as well, and let me know if you've fallen for any of the overhyped products I've mentioned in this video. Please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Don't go anywhere, check out some of my other videos. I've got some good ones here for you, and I'll see you in the next one.